I think.
Yeah, I'll have a look in a minute. Morning, welcome back to my YouTube. It's JVceo. So today we're in Liverpool. I'm here with one of my partners, Ryan, and we're viewing a couple of properties. We're viewing, I'd say, how many properties? 5 properties. Five properties ranging. I've never really viewed properties in Liverpool, so I don't own nothing in Liverpool. So like I always explain, you need to sort of explore the areas a few times before you actually, you know, make the leap and an actual purchase in the area. Because once you leave London, you understand that a lot of things are on a street by street basis. So I'll probably be here, I'd say 3-4 times before I actually finally make a decision to purchase. Today, the properties we're looking at probably needs a bit of work, some of them, isn't it?
I'd say number 38 does need a bit of work, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Probably the oldest one on the street.
Probably the oldest one on the street, there you go. The strategy today will, or the strategy in general, because I'm trying to pick up 2 spots in Liverpool, you're trying to pick up 1 in Liverpool. Yeah. I'm looking at least 1 BRRR, so buy, rehab, refinance and rent, so potentially starting off with a bridging loan. Anyways, enough of the chat. I'm going to show you the properties throughout the day, and we'll reconvene at the end of the video, and I'll show you a few bits and explain a few terms so that you lot can keep up with the journey. But that's that, man. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, like and comment. So hiya, has there been any offers for this property already?
I don't know. I think there was one.
Okay.
It fell through.
Oh, right, okay. How long has this been on the market for?
About 4 months, 3-4 months.
Okay.
But you're probably looking to be round the university, or colleges.
Yeah.
And that's like you guys are in college.
Yes. That's where the market is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so you've just seen that viewing. That's the first viewing of the day. I'm going to try and get my partner to hold the camera next time so that I can talk whilst we go through the property. But that property is up for 67,500. It's not a HMO area. It needs quite a bit of work, but I think you could be quite cheap on it. You could probably get that refurb for around 5 to 7.5 grand. I think you could close for around 65,000. So that brings your total spend to around 70,000 to 72,500. And you can rent it for around 500, 550, but I'm not in it for the rental market. I'll probably be in it for the flip. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm not really in it for the rental market. I'll probably be in it for the flip, because then there's a property just right here, actually, if you could see that. That's up for rent as well, and I think the offers are over 80,000, so probably in the region of 85 or so. So you know, potentially a profit pre-tax of 8 to, I'd say, around 12,000, but that's not what I'm looking for. So on to the next property. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, we've just come from that property right now. That was a bit funny, but yeah, something happened, personal joke. But anyways, yeah, what do you think about the property? What are your thoughts? I know what my thoughts are, but I want to hear from you first.
Yeah, it was a nice property, but like you say, it was just like, it weren't really for us. It needed literally 0 work doing to it, and it was just like, yeah, it just, you couldn't put your own stamp on it, if you know what I mean. You couldn't put your own money to it. What it was worth is what you'd get back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm trying to say.
There's no scope.
Yeah, there's no scope in the property. Okay. Literally, yeah, it's just for a family home, really. It's for a first-time buyer, personally.
Yeah, those are I'm echoing the same exact thoughts as well, to be fair. Property was great, perfect condition, but that's not what we're looking for. Also, it was in a really good area, so ideally you're looking for like a single family to, you know, occupy the property. It had a conservatory. Weren't able to film in there, by the way. It had a conservatory, but yeah, one of the rooms was quite small.
Yeah. One of the rooms was small.
Yeah, just all in all, a decent property for a first-time buyer, I would say, but not for an investor.
No,
not for an investor. But anyways, on to the next property. Let's go. Right, let me hold that. Boom. So bathroom downstairs.
They all tend to have them downstairs in
in these areas.
Yeah.
Similar to like up in like Durham areas, because it's like old mining town. The whole idea was you come back from work oily, you just go downstairs and shower off. But I don't know the reason why it's got it in Liverpool. I don't know, probably we'll ask her in a minute. Let's go upstairs and see what it is. Right. What are you thinking so far? What are your thoughts?
Thinking the garden needs a bit of work doing to it. But
yeah. I'm just thinking, yeah, if you could actually move that kitchen somewhere else and get a better space out of it. For some odd reason, this doesn't even feel like it's part of the house.
No.
The house looks not really modernised. The room looks pretty good. But yeah, I think this is on for around 75,000.
Quite two big rooms though.
2 big rooms, on for around 75,000. And if I'm honest with you, today we're just viewing the properties, and then when we get back, we'll work the numbers out, work out the strategies and whatnot. But this could be either a good flip, even a good. Now, it wouldn't be a decent BRR because you wouldn't really get a lot of money out of it, but either a decent flip or potentially a decent rental income. I'm not too sure if you can HMO in this particular area because we're quite far from Bootle, which is really the HMO grounds. But yeah, that's that anyways. Hope you enjoy. On to the next property. So I thought we had one viewing left, and I just got a call from another estate agent saying, oh yeah, we've got you booked in for today. And I'm like, not that I know of, but we'll go to it, we'll go and see it. So we're heading over to that property now, and I'm not too sure what the numbers are. I think it's probably a 3-bedroom, probably needs a bit of work, because I think the last 3 properties today needs a bit of work. So it needs a bit of work, 3-bedroom. I think it's in the Bootle area, so it should be interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, so like I said, we haven't made our minds up, keeping a very open mind at the moment in terms of what strategy we're going to use. But I'm looking at 2 properties in the area, so I'm looking to buy 2 properties. So I'll probably do 1 BRR and probably 1 standard let for the meantime, and then see how the market goes, and then figure it out once I'm out of my fixed term sort of mortgage. But that's that. How's it been for you today? Yeah, this is his first time coming up to the view.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Been interesting. Learned a couple things about going into the viewings, how to approach the agents, and how to literally get your confidence over to them, so they talk to you in a proper manner. Like,
but also, what did I say to you about asking this? I think I've actually spoken about this in a previous YouTube video. Asking the estate agents all the questions in the world. Yeah, they're your best friends. Yeah. Like, they're your best friend. You know, they help and they guide your research as well. An example being, you might think an area is, you know, HMOable, but it isn't, because maybe it's not in the right path, and you probably wouldn't get a license for it. Obviously, and then there's all sorts around like selective licensing and so on and so forth. So ask the estate agents, man. They're your best friends. I hate this whole notion of estate agents are liars. No, they're not. You know, if you speak to them properly, they'll give you all the information you need. But yeah, listen, man, for me, this is all about wealth creation. So, you know, I'm huge on property investment, because I feel like, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can't go wrong with it. So if I'm not buying in the UK, I'm buying in Nigeria. And in fact, next year we're going to step it up a notch. Next year we're looking at, even if we do a smaller number of deals, we want to do bigger deals next year. So potentially like buying a block of flat, for example, you know, buying like a block of flat, and you know, renovating it, probably extending it, adding more flats in there, or probably just spicing it up, getting it to a livable condition and putting it back on the market. You know, the bigger the number, the bigger the profit margin, isn't it? So that's how I want to play next year. But yeah, I'm just heading over to the next property. I'll show you what it is, and then we'll go from there.
So how did you come to buying land in Nigeria? Like, how do you scope an area, stuff like that? I'll be straight
with you. If I'm honest with you, my dad bought a lot of land in Nigeria. That's how I actually got into the whole land investment. I just learned from my dad. He ended up not keeping a lot of it, but he bought a lot of land. Like, you know, he made, without talking numbers, he made a lot of money, you know, trading, buying land, sitting on it. And later on in life, it became his fallback option. You know, when maybe things weren't working too well, then, you know, he would sit back and enjoy profits of the land by selling it and stuff. And how do I know good areas? I scope out for certain things. An example being, I scope out for airports. I scope out for GRA areas, government reserved areas. I scope out for where there are potential new developments as well, if that makes any sense. And all in all, you know, it's hard to explain it, because you know, I've been investing in land since 2011. That's when I bought my first land. So of course, that's what, 9 years worth of experience. I must know something at that point. So that's that. And
So do you make more money out in Nigeria or over in the UK?
Very good question, actually. Very good question. In the UK, I play for cash flow. So I make money on a monthly basis in the UK, but in terms of capital growth, a lot of the properties in the UK, you wouldn't get that much capital growth. I mean, even in London, you know, it's not that great. Whereas now, I'll give you an example. In Nigeria, I don't make no monthly income from owning these lands or these parcels of land, because land is not a word. But you know, on the flip side, I'll give you an example. I put a video up on this. You could click somewhere up here and you'd see the video. But I invested £20,000 in 2017, I believe, roughly around that. And like the property now is valued at around, recently again, got revalued recently at around over 96,000 in 2 years. There's no property in the UK that would give you those sorts of numbers. No property. So if you find any, come and show me and I'll buy it.
So how long will you sit on that for? Just couple more years, or?
I've just closed another property like last week. I'm trying to close on 2 more properties in November and December. I'm saying land alone in Nigeria. And how long am I going to sit on it? All depends. Some of the land that I'm buying are for other reasons, like maybe I'm going to develop some flats on them. Some of the land that I'm buying are just for investment purposes. I'm never going to develop it. I'll probably just fence it and sit on it. It becomes more like my foundation, the foundation of my assets. And some other land I'm probably going to farm on it, like the one I'm looking to purchase now, hopefully next month, is a farming land. So I'm looking to get, you know, maybe 10 acres of that. It's cheaper, but you know, there's no development in the area. It's more for farming purposes, so I can sit on it. So yeah, that's that in terms of land investment. In a nutshell, whenever I'm not buying in the UK, I'm buying in Nigeria. And that's it, man. Land investment is fun, man. That's wealth creation, bruv. Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? There will never be any more land. Like, forget what they're doing in Dubai. You can't create more land, you know. And I spoke about this on Snapchat. A lot of you Africans are being priced out of Africa. How can you be priced out of your own place? Like, it don't make no sense. But that's because, you know, you've sat in the UK for too long, or in America for too long, and you forget that there's a place called back home. You need to start investing there, man. Don't worry. Some of these land that I'm paying a million naira for a plot, eventually I'm gonna sell it to you lot for like 10 million a plot, bro. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, this next location, 2 more locations, we're done. What do you think of Liverpool?
Yeah, I think it's a good area. I think maybe at the moment it's a bit too pricey, but hopefully the market will steady out, and then
you know what, I actually agree with you, because when you look at places like Hull, for example, because Hull has been another place that I scoped out a while ago, HU6. When you look at Hull, a lot of the properties there are reduced and they've been on the market for a while. When you look at Liverpool, on the other hand, it's a very hot market. It comes on the market, it goes.
Yeah, everything's getting snapped up straight away. Which
is great for the sellers, but for the buyers it's not too good, because then the bidding process, in terms of, you know, putting an offer down and someone outbidding you, which is called a gazump, that becomes more prevalent, and then now you're missing out on properties, and you're probably overpaying for the properties because there's now several offers on the property, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so anyways, I'll show you the next property and then the next one after that, and we'll call it a day, and we'll talk about the numbers actually.
Yeah, man.
On for 70. It's a whole redecoration, modernizing, central heating. You need all of that here.
Oh, so it's got two lounges.
Yeah, similar to like Middlesbrough.
Okay, now that's old.
It's old, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely move back.
Yeah, but you see this, if the numbers are right, so just a quick one, right? If you want to know whether the numbers are right or wrong, so you can check other things, but I'll just give you one quick one. go on Rightmove or Zoopla, find the last 4 or 5 properties sold within the last sort of 6 to 8 months, add it all in and divide it by that number of properties. Then you get the average, and then you can work out how much you can pay for this to see what the profit margin will be for you. An example being, if let's say they've all sold for 110, I know that this shouldn't take more than 12,000. So that gives you a huge profit margin. So yeah, I'm out of breath, I don't know why. But yeah.
Big. It's quite big.
You know what? It's probably my favourite.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably my favourite.
Especially for size.
Probably my favourite. Yeah. Probably my favourite because it needs a lot of work. Literally. Yeah, man. Then just. And then you can come. Right. So this is the oldest one. A lot of damp issues right there. You can see that. Seems to be the original kitchen, so we get some pictures. And later on we can look through it and see exactly what we're looking at. But again, look. Actually, nah, there's no issues here because that's a brick wall,
Yeah,
so that's
that's
fine.
where the cooker's been or something.
Yeah. But here. See that too well. You probably want to take this out because it's a lot of issues, isn't it? Look, it's gonna fall off one day. It's cave in.
Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you to everyone for watching right up until now. Viewings are done. Heading home now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I definitely want to pick up 2 properties before the end of the year. Apologies. Bear with, I'll be back. Bear with, I'll be back. Yo, bro. Hello? Yo. Yes, bro. Literally, give me 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds, I'll call you back now, yeah? 2 seconds. Alright, cool. Right, apologies about that. Anyways, I initially wanted to buy 2 properties, which I still do. Ideally, I was looking for one of those to be a potential refinance deal. So go on a bridging loan for like 6 to 12 months or maybe 6 to 8 months. Increase the value of the property and then refinance onto a traditional HMO or a traditional buy-to-let loan. And then that way I can pull my money out of that deal. We saw quite a few properties. The first couple ones that we saw were for around, I think, 70,000, but needed a bit of work as well, needed some modernization, probably about 5,000, but it's not really a HMO zone. So I'm trying to get my head around the sort of HMO zone in Liverpool, because I know it's all like selective licensing and stuff, but unfortunately, like renting that property out, you'd only get around £500, for example. So I mean, £500 and £75,000 investment, when I work the numbers out, it don't really stick here. Whereas I know that I could go further up north where I've already got a few places. I can pick up a 50 grand property and I can make £500 a month. So now I'm even thinking, should I just go pick up like 2 sort of 50-60 grand properties that don't need no work? I can rent it out immediately and cash flow, single family units at £500 each. I don't know. And then maybe, you know, take my time with Liverpool, understand Liverpool a bit more and actually go in there. The last property that we saw had a lot of potential, hasn't been renovated in a while. It's up for 70,000, but I wouldn't pay more than 60, 65 for it, because that property would need at least probably 10 to 12,000 pound worth of work. It's in the Bootle area of Liverpool. And once again, you know, I think potentially maybe able to raise the value to around 85, 90,000, but not much more than that. So is there enough meat in the deal for me to actually go through all of that stress, the renovation? Not really. So all in all, a great experience, great viewing. or viewings, understanding a bit more about Liverpool. But I can't pull the trigger yet. I need a lot more information. I should be back up there in like 2 weeks. I'm going with another one of my partners. But that's that anyways. I hope you enjoy these sorts of vlogs. I'll let you follow me on the property journey. For those of you that don't know, again, like I said, I show a few things. I don't show everything. But I just closed a new property in Nigeria about a week ago. In fact, less than a week ago. And I'm hoping to close also another 2 between now and December. So touch wood, 4 more properties between now and December, God willing. And any evil eyes out there, we bind you and we send you back. Yeah. But anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and I'll see you next time. JVceo out.